Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about shooting from inside a vehicle. Now we're talking about a pretty severe situation where we're driving, the road's been cut off, somebody's trying to either kidnap us or they're shooting at us, and we need to defend ourselves. Okay? Ideally we'd like to use the vehicle to drive away, okay, because the road's cut off and they're shooting at us. We can't do that, so somehow we have to stop them from shooting at us. So first thing I'm going to do is let me put the seatbelt on, because presumably we'd have our seatbelt. Okay. Now first I'm going to go through this with a handgun, and then I'll go through it with an even more extreme type of situation, end of the world scenario where we're using an AR. Okay, so we're driving along, we're cut off, there's a deadly threat in front of us, right? Somebody's trying to kill us. First thing that we want to do is basically use our left hand to find the end of the seatbelt, pull this out, and get this out of our way. Okay, this way, in case we do need to exit the vehicle, we can. Okay. Now, as far as our draw, it's exactly the same as when we're standing. You're gonna pull the firearm out of the holster. You're gonna rotate it, okay, and then you're gonna join in front of your chest. Okay. All right. So basically, at no point are you pointing the gun at your legs. Okay. Now from this position, all right, basically we can extend, okay, and what I'm going to recommend that you do is actually fire through the windshield. Presumably you're wearing some kind of driving glasses. If there's already incoming fire, right, they're going to be shooting through the windshield. So it's no different if there's rounds going out. That's gonna be a lot more efficient than trying to shoot from outside your window, okay? Because the people shooting in at you, they definitely don't care about your windshield, and at this point you shouldn't either. So from this position with the hands joined, all right, we can shoot from basically from the mirror all the way out to the side, okay? And if we need to position ourselves to move, we can move ourselves back, and I can get a shot all the way back over there. In this position, basically what I'm doing is I'm crossing my thumbs and I'm switching basically into that car shooting position, okay? So this is going to get me all the way from this position all the way to here, okay? Now, if I need to shoot past the window over there, all right, what I want to do is just simply transition to my left hand, okay? At this advanced stage, we should be comfortable shooting left-handed just as well as right-handed, okay? So from this position, basically I can shoot all the way almost to right next to me over here. Okay, I can shoot out the back window almost. All right, so I've got a very wide range that I can fire from on the left side. Okay, I've done lots of training and experiments, and I know that I am a lot better holding the gun two hands than trying to stay in my dominant hand and shoot one hand like this. Okay, so I'm definitely going to hit my target more frequently like this than trying to do something like this. Okay, there are instances where you might want to shoot one-handed, and that's in case you've got somebody over here in your passenger seat. You grab their head, put them down, get them out of the way, right? And now you're firing. Okay, so in the instance where you're trying to get somebody's head out of the way, that's I think the only time you're justified in shooting one-handed. In all other instances, there's no reason not to go to two hands. You got a much better chance of shooting your target. Okay, so I'm going to reholster that. By the way, what you want to do is practice this drill with an empty unloaded gun. Okay, everybody's car is going to be a little bit different. You got to get used to your seatbelt. You got to get used to how your holster fits within the seat of the car. So this is something that you want to basically go through with an unloaded gun and figure out what your range is. Oh, by the way, in the very rare occasion, a situation where you got somebody in the back seat behind you where they're trying to strangle you, Godfather style, gun comes out of the holster, it goes straight up, back, and you fire like that, okay? So that's how you deal with that situation where you got somebody immediately behind you. What you don't do is bring the gun up and turn it towards your head, all right? You bring it straight up, and roll it back like that. That's how you get to that. All right, so now let's move on to a more extreme situation where basically, it's a zombie apocalypse. World War III's broken out. We're driving around with an AR-15 loaded in the car. Keep in mind, in most states, it's normally illegal to do that. In some states it is legal. In this particular state, it's not legal. So if you're doing this, basically it's an end of the world, World War III type of scenario. So you're driving around, you got your guns loaded, you got your safety on, you got your red dot on. Put that on, okay. So basically, what you want to do is I have the butt stock fully extended. It can be collapsed a little bit, but I'm keeping it fully extended right now for demonstration purposes. What I want to do is pull the gun back, just bring it right over my shoulder. Okay, from this position here, I can get that red dot right on line. And from here, I can basically get all the way to this position here. I can still get that red dot. Okay, so I got this full range. You know, right now, let me roll the window up a little bit. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. Let me bring this down. Okay. So from this position here, if I need to transition to my other side, roll the gun forward, bring it back over here. Now I'm on this side. Okay. From this position here, I can bring the gun all the way behind me. Okay. I can shoot out the back window if I need to. Okay. All right. So it's over my shoulder. All right. I got two hands on the gun. Okay. Now I normally, most people, they may have the gun on their right side. I find it extremely inconvenient over there, especially since I drive a stick shift. So I would not have the gun on my right side. Pull it back out. I would basically have it on my left side, right? Because I drive a stick shift. So I would be driving like this, gun rested up against the seat over there. And if a situation presented itself where I needed to use a firearm, okay, I would just pull it back, okay. Mind you, look at my grip now. However I gotta get, whatever I gotta do to get this gun into play. If I gotta switch it at some point, I'll switch it. The red dot makes this very possible. Okay, I need to switch to the other side, switch it. All right, so this is something you just gotta practice. Size of your vehicle, size of your truck, whether you got a lot of room, a little room. Okay, just be careful. Make sure the gun's not loaded, and while you're practicing this, make sure that you're not pointing the gun at your feet, because you don't want to do that in a realistic type of situation. Okay. What I'm going to do next is basically I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to set up a training scenario. Basically everything that I just did within the car, all these movements where I'm pulling the gun back over my shoulder, firing, transitioning over my shoulder, firing. Okay. I'm going to simulate this using a chair and table, and practice that with live fire. All right, and that'll give me a similar effect, because, as if I was doing this from inside a vehicle. Because obviously I don't want to actually shoot through my windshield to do this. So let me get this gun out of my way right now. Pull it this way, like that. All right, and let's set up the next scenario. Welcome back, everyone. We're simulating defensive shooting from inside a vehicle. Basically, the table here simulates the dashboard, that's the driver's seat, and basically what we're doing is we're shooting through the windshield to stop a threat. Now, sometimes people will ask me, won't the windshield change the trajectory of the bullet? And the answer is yes, it does, but only by a little bit, a couple of inches with the handgun. With the rifle, not much at all at the type of distances that we're talking about. This type of situation is likely to happen within 20 to 30 feet. Okay, so the windshield is not going to change the trajectory that much, and plus you have more than one bullet in the firearm. Alrighty. One of the things to be aware of with the rifle, when we're pulling it back over our shoulder to fire, we got to make sure we have a nice firm grip. Okay, because we're no longer using our chest to manage the recoil of the gun, so we have to make up for it with a strong hand grip, and basically if we don't have a strong hand grip, the rifle can jam up. Now if it does jam up, basically put the rifle aside and we transition to our handgun, finish the job, and then after the fight's over, then we go back to our rifle. Okay. One of the things I have found for this type of shooting, where you're firing off the shoulder, basically make sure you're using brass, okay? Steel cases tend to jam up. I use steel cases for training all the time. When you got the stock in your shoulder, they almost never jam. In fact, it never jammed, period. But I've noticed that when I don't have that solid, positioning against my chest or the pocket of the shoulder, when I'm shooting over the shoulder, I do tend to get jams more often. Okay, so that's something for you guys to be aware of. For this type of stuff, you definitely want to use brass. All right, so let's set this up. All right. So now I'm just going to take the rifle, get it out of my way. Put it here. All right, so I'm driving along. Somebody cuts me off. They come out of the car, they're shooting at me. Put the firearm out. Somebody else on this side. This side. All right. Do my scan assess. Oh, there's another guy. All right. We'll reholster. All right. So now we're going to go through this with the rifle. With the rifle. Grab the rifle. Bring it up over my shoulder. Clear the dashboard. Get that red dot on line. Safety off. Nice firm grip. This side. I need to transition to the other side. Bring it back. Come to that side. Get the red dot on line. Okay. Do my scan and assess. Get the gun on safe. All right. I need to take another shot. Take it off safe. All right. All right. Now, make sure you do not point the gun at your legs while you're doing these drills. Again, this is very car, truck specific, so you gotta practice this with your vehicle and see what type of space that you're working with and make this work for you. Thanks for watching.